was saying he never got a call throughout his tenure from President Kibaki calling him about a case. And he had said the same thing, incidentally, when he quit his tenure as Chief Justice. So you're hearing now again from a third time. The important thing is here was delegation, but also integrity. Once I give you the promise that there will be no interference on behalf of my friends, it won't happen. We have a serious problem right now on the fiscal side of macroeconomic management in our country because the tax side was hemorrhaging for a long time, not bringing in as much revenue as is consistent with the way the economy is growing. Because if the economy grows, tax revenue ought to grow on the back of it. It's called tax buoyancy by those who study those issues like that. That's one thing. The World Bank the other day was saying as much as 5% of GDP that should have come in as taxes is not there. There are reasons for it. You exempt some goods, you allow us to come in, or whatever reasons there are. And there are people with care who can give you a good lesson on that. And that will be one of the answers to this. The other issues...
And 5% of our GDP, you know, which is almost 12 trillion Kenya shillings.
This is why the IMF here, and we are on an IMF program now, are insisting on tightening on tax collection and on the fiscal side and targets. Luckily, they're going up again. But we've had that history now for some past, and we're going to see. And Kenyans realize it's going to hurt, because once the IMF is coming here with conditions like that, you will see the effect of that on your daily bill, when you go shopping, all of the above.
And also something else, I mean, that you have put, and just for on your screen, that is Kenya Kwanza members, that is weekly,
that is Senator,
Senator Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi, who was the Minister for Finance during Kibaki's tenure. During Moi's tenure. He was a Deputy Prime Minister during Kibaki's tenure. During the government of the coalition government.
Yes. That's right.
Yes, he was the Deputy Prime Minister, and together with Uhuru Kenyatta, who was then the Minister for Finance. And Musalia Mudavadi was also the Minister for Local Government.
Yes, he was in local government.
Yeah, he became devolution.
Local government.
Exactly.
So, I still wanted, still on that issue that you have brought about...
I think, Brian, we perhaps just a matter of an update. I think in a few minutes from now, with the arrival of such kind of guests, we now expect that the body will be there in a few. And then now that the president is also in the vicinity at Othaya Boys, he will be the person to receive the body, of course. Still remember that this is a military event, and we expect members of the military to take charge of the entire session, drawn from the Kenya Army, the Kenya Navy, and the Kenya Air Force, all in the rank of colonels, led by Brigadier, taking charge of that particular event. At the graveside, the flag will be handed over to the family, and a 19-gun salute will be administered in honor of the late President, the late President Mwai Kibaki. Of course, 21-gun salute is only given to heads of state who die while in power, and that is according to the rule. And so far in the history of our nation, only a few people have been accorded state burial or funeral. To speak, we have got founding president, that is President Jomo Kenyatta, who was accorded the state funeral, and of course he was also given 19-gun salute. We have got Kijana Wamalwa, the former vice president. We have Nobel Peace Laureate, that is Wangari Maathai, who was also given a state funeral under the proclamation from the president. We have got former Nyeri governor, Wahome Gakuru, who also died while in office, was also accorded a state funeral. And former First Lady, Lucy Kibaki, was also given a state burial. And now we have got former President Mwai Kibaki. And of course, the president can decide under his discretion who to give state burial, depending on your stature in the society or as he so wishes, according to the presidential proclamation. So it's the situation we have. But some people say that now it's so sad that we don't have any living president in Kenya. But nonetheless, Prof, we must be thankful as a nation that we've gone through the process, and a majority of people alive today have seen the hands of 3 presidents until the 4th one today, Prof.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you look at our neighbors,
yes,
you realize we have a lot to thank God for, that younger generations are now getting accustomed to making a transition from one presidency to the next, peacefully, more or less. And this is very unusual in our part of the world. Kenyans should look at their